Welcome, my friends. Today's message is based on Neville Goddard's timeless wisdom. Focus on yourself and stay silent. This teaching may sound simple, but it contains the entire secret to transforming your life. If you've been chasing results, explaining your dreams to others, or trying to control circumstances, today's lesson will show you why silence is your greatest weapon. So take a deep breath and let's dive in. Part 1. The outer world is a reflection. Neville Goddard often said, your world is yourself pushed out. Think about that for a moment. Every single event, every person you meet, every circumstance is nothing more than a reflection of your inner assumptions. When you truly understand this, you realize arguing with the world is pointless. Complaining about others changes nothing. Trying to control outside circumstances is like trying to rearrange the reflection in a mirror without touching yourself. The only way to change the mirror is to change the image it reflects. That's why Neville insisted focus on yourself first. Part 2. The trap of speaking too much. Many of us make this mistake. We share our dreams, visions, and goals with everyone. We post them on social media. We tell friends and family. But here's the danger Neville warned about. When you speak your vision out loud before it is established in your subconscious mind, you invite the doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs of others into your world. A single negative comment. That's impossible. You're dreaming too big. People like us don't get things like that can weaken your faith. That's why silence is protection. It keeps the seed safe while it grows in the darkness of imagination. Part 3. The seed in the soil. Imagine planting a seed in your garden. Do you dig it up every day to check if it's growing? Of course not. You trust the soil, you water it, you let the sun do its work. Your imagination is that soil, your desire is the seed. Silence is the protection that allows it to grow. The moment you plant the seed, it already contains the tree inside. Your job is not to doubt it, not to keep checking, not to announce it to the world, but to nurture it silently until the harvest comes. Part 4. How to practice silence in daily life. Now let's talk about how you can apply this teaching in your everyday routine. 1. Withdraw daily. Set aside time every day to go within. Close your eyes, silence your phone, and separate yourself from the noise of the world. This is your sacred space. 2. Assume the state of the wish fulfilled. Neville taught that assumption persisted in becomes fact. So instead of asking, when will it happen, live as though it has already happened. In imagination, walk, talk, and feel as if you already are the person you desire to be. 3. Don't announce it. When people ask about your plans, keep your answers light. You don't owe anyone explanations. Remember, silence is not secrecy born of fear, it is protection born of wisdom. 4. Persist. Despite appearances, the outer world may contradict your inner vision. That's normal. Neville said, dare to assume it is true and persist until it hardens into fact. Part 5. Real life example. Let me share an example. A man once desired a promotion at his job. Instead of begging his boss or announcing his ambitions, he quietly went within. Every night before sleep, he imagined sitting in his new office, feeling the desk under his hands, hearing coworkers congratulate him. He told no one. He kept silent. Within a few months, the position opened. And without him lobbying or competing, he was chosen. Why? Because his inner assumption created the outer opportunity. This is the quiet power Neville spoke of. Part 6. What silence creates within you. Silence does more than protect your desire. It transforms you. Silence builds discipline. Silence strengthens faith. Silence makes your energy magnetic. When you stop explaining yourself, people notice. They feel something different about you. Your presence grows stronger. You become centered, calm, and powerful. Instead of chasing, you attract. Instead of speaking endlessly, your silence speaks for you. Part 7. A simple exercise. Here's an exercise you can try tonight. 1. Before sleep, close your eyes and enter a state of relaxation. 2. Imagine a single scene that implies your desire is fulfilled. It could be a friend shaking your hand and congratulating you, or receiving a message of good news. 3. Feel it real. Add the emotions, the gratitude, the relief. 4. And here's the key, don't tell anyone about it. Keep it safe in silence. Do this nightly until the desire feels natural. And watch how, reality bends to your inner conviction. Neville Goddard's wisdom can be summed up in three steps. 1. Focus on yourself. 2. Stay silent. 3. Live in the end. Do this, and your world will transform. Part 8. Why the world distracts you. Most people struggle with focusing on themselves because the world constantly demands their attention. Social media, news, gossip, endless conversations, these things drain your energy. Neville said the world is a mirror, forever reflecting what you are doing within yourself. If you are always consumed by what others are saying and doing, you're forgetting your creative center. You are reacting instead of creating. Silence helps you return to yourself. It breaks the addiction to noise. It reminds you that the only power you truly have lies within. Part 9, The Secret of the Sabbath State. Neville often spoke about entering the Sabbath, a state of rest. This doesn't mean simply lying down, it means resting from the struggle, from the effort, from the constant trying to make things happen. When you are truly silent, you rest in the feeling of it is already done. That is the Sabbath. You no longer beg, you no longer force, you simply accept your desire as real in imagination. And once accepted inwardly, the outer world must mirror it. Part 10, Story of the Woman in New York. Neville once shared the story of a woman who desperately wanted to move to a new apartment in New York. For years she complained, told everyone how much she hated her old place, and begged friends for help. Nothing happened. Finally, she discovered Neville's teaching. She decided to stay silent. She stopped telling anyone about her desire. Instead, each night before sleep, she imagined standing at the window of her new apartment, looking out at the city. Within weeks, the perfect apartment appeared completely unexpected. Her silence protected her assumption. The moment she turned inward instead of outward, her world shifted. Part 11, How to Handle Doubt. Silence doesn't mean your mind will always be calm. Doubts will come. Fear will whisper, what if it doesn't work? Neville taught doubt is never to be overcome by force. It is to be displaced by a new assumption. So when doubt arises, don't argue with it. Don't speak against it. Instead, silently return to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Replace the old picture with a new one. This is why silence is so powerful. You stop giving energy to fear through words. You replace it in the quiet of your imagination. Part 12, Why You Should Not Seek Validation. Many people announce their dreams because they want validation. They want someone to say, that's amazing, you can do it. But here's the truth. Seeking validation is a sign you don't yet believe it yourself. Neville reminded us, no one to change but self. Until you convince yourself inwardly, no amount of external approval will matter. So instead of asking others for reassurance, give it to yourself. In silence, affirm, it is already mine, it is already done. Part 13, The Energy of Quiet Confidence. Think about the people you admire most, the ones who walk into a room and command attention. It's not always the loudest voice that has the most power. Often it's the quietest person, the one who doesn't explain, doesn't beg, doesn't need approval. Their confidence speaks louder than words. This is what Neville's teaching creates in you. A quiet, unshakable confidence. A magnetic presence. When you focus on yourself and stay silent, the world cannot resist aligning with your inner conviction. Part 14, The Formula for Silence. Let's break it into a simple formula you can use daily. Step 1, enter silence, withdraw from noise, even for 10 minutes. Step 2, assume the end. Imagine the scene that implies your wish fulfilled. Step 3, feel it real. Add emotion, relief, gratitude. Step 4, stay silent. Don't announce it. Don't argue with appearances. Persist inwardly. Do this daily. Small, consistent acts of inner silence will transform your world. Part 15. Another example, the silent artist. A young artist once dreamed of having his work displayed in galleries. He told his friends, family, and even strangers about his dream. But nothing happened. Instead, he received criticism, laughter, and doubt. Finally, he learned about Neville's teaching. He decided to go silent. He stopped talking about it. Instead, each night he imagined standing in a gallery, looking at his paintings on the wall, hearing people praise his work. Months later, Without him chasing opportunities, a gallery owner discovered his art online and offered him an exhibition. His silence protected his vision until it became fact. Part 16, Silence as a Spiritual Discipline. Understand this silence is not just about words, it's about energy. Silence from gossip, silence from complaining, silence from negative self talk, silence from arguing with circumstances. This discipline purifies your mind. It creates inner clarity, and in that clarity, imagination becomes powerful. Neville knew this truth. The quieter you become, the louder your imagination speaks. So, my friends, here is the path Neville gave us. Focus on yourself. Stay silent. Live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The world outside is nothing but your own reflection. When you change within, the world cannot resist changing too. Silence is not emptiness, it is creation. Silence is not weakness, it is power. Remember Neville's words, be still and know that you are God. Stay silent, stay faithful, and watch your world transform. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this teaching with someone who needs it. And remember always, your imagination creates your reality.